Where are the arrests? Excuse my language. The do you mean termination?
What's up, everybody? Hope you guys having a great night tonight. You are watching On Air with Nick Driver, the Nick Driver podcast. And guys, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And also, guys, please ring that bell and you will be notified of all my video uploads if you enjoy content like this. Guys, let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking about this story as it unfolds regarding Robert Brooks. And we are going to check out what Stephen A. Smith actually had to say on the Stephen A. Smith show earlier today regarding the Robert Brooks deleting at Marcy Correctional Facility. Check it out.
No matter how affiliated I am with the world of sports, I don't stop there. Not when it comes to expressing the kind of things that I want to express, to addressing the kind of things that I want to address. And when I say I want, it doesn't mean that I'm always taking enjoyment in showing things or speaking on things. It means that it's necessary and it's unavoidable. And it's something that we have to make sure that we touch on. There is a video that is circulating throughout social media. This video,
right?
It's newly released. Unveiled Friday by the state attorney general's office.
Right.
In the state of New York. It is a horrifying video footage showing a fatal prison beating of a handcuffed black man by New York correctional officers. Reading from the Instagram post, it says, in a horrifying display of brutality, newly released footage captures the fatal prison beating of a Mr. Robert Brooks at New York's Marcy Correctional Facility. Shockingly, several officers were executing the attack. The video shows correctional officers relentlessly assaulting the 43-year-old man as he sits handcuffed, helpless to defend himself. Officers are seen, and I saw the video, and you'll see some of the images right here. You can see officers are seen punching Brooks repeatedly, one striking him with a shoe, a couple even lifting him by the neck only to drop him back onto a medical examination table.
Yeah, it looked bad, guys.
They just kept beating him and beating him. Ladies and gentlemen, this was worse than Rodney King.
Yeah, no doubt.
Remember Rodney King in the early 90s in L.A.? And remember when the riots ensued because the police officers got off after being caught on video beating the living hell out of him with batons and kicking him and all of this stuff? Why was this worse than that? Because Rodney King lived. Mr. Robert Brooks is dead.
Yeah, this situation is way worse than Rodney King's situation. This man was in custody already at Marcy Correctional Facility. You guys can actually check out the video that I actually dropped yesterday on the Nick Driver podcast playlist of the actual footage, if you guys want to check that out. But yeah, this is way worse than Rodney King's situation. I agree with him, man. This guy was already in custody. I do wish that they would have released the audio with it so we can actually tell what is going on. But from what we have seen, it looks terrible, guys. It looks terrible.
Statement from the governor of New York, Kathy Hochul, says this senseless killing is outrageous and horrifying. 13 correctional officers and a nurse implicated in the incident are facing termination. What the hell do you mean termination? Why aren't they arrested now? It's on video. You know who it is. You've articulated it's 13 of them and a nurse. At the very least, where's the arrest of the officers we saw choking him, lifting him up by the neck, kicking him, hitting him with the shoe, punching him in his midsection and beyond, kicking him in the groin. Where are the arrests? Excuse my language. The fuck do you mean termination?
Yeah, man, I understand Stephen A. Smith's outrage here. You know, guys, this looks really terrible, man. And it is a, you know, they're carrying him in. You know, and someone actually posted under my other video, and I thought it was pretty interesting. You know, they're like, what did the other prison just drop him off and they had to pick him up and take him in? I feel like there's a lot of stuff we don't know exactly what has happened here. However, I will say this, you know, I don't know if anything really warrants, I can't think of anything that would warrant them beating this guy to death, especially, I mean, he was handcuffed. You know what I'm saying? And another person said under the other video that I had posted day before or yesterday that it looked like someone had a vendetta, which, hey, it looked like it to me, man. So let's get into this.
Where's the arrest? Why are they not in cuffs? Why is there not a perp walk with them walking in to a courthouse, lawyered up in front of a judge, having to give a plea of guilty or not guilty? Why has that not happened yet? Why not? Maybe because it's not. Maybe because it's not Monday. Monday now. It's Monday now. Why have they not been arrested? Give a damn about a termination. Bump a termination. Who cares? They need to be arrested now. There needs to be a perp walk now. We need their faces. We need to know their names. We need to show the world who they are. They're murderers. They're murderers. The video's right there. So we can have, yeah, I'm going to go here because I don't disagree.
Yeah, guys, you know, this whole situation, I mean, the guy was handcuffed. You know, I mean, he's not, this is a horrible look, man. This is terrible. You know, the guy is at that point in custody. Yeah, he was a complete and utter ish bag. This dude, you know, from all the information that people have gathered, assaulted his girlfriend so severely that he got 12 years in prison. He was serving a 12-year prison sentence over that. He used a weapon against her. You know, guys, I mean, yeah, man, this guy was definitely a piece of work. However, he was in prison. And, you know, you guys, you know, I mean, staff can't go deleting a handcuffed man. Let's get back into it.
Well, what happened to P. Diddy? After the video in the hotel of him hitting and kicking his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura?
It's true.
We also saw raids on his house by Homeland Security. We've seen charges that have come down the pike. We'll find out whether he's guilty or not guilty, but we know that his reputation has been irreparably damaged.
Right.
We saw him get arrested. We knew he was turning himself in. Y'all still made sure it was a perp walk.
Well, I mean, I want to say this regarding Stephen A. Smith. I don't think Puff Daddy's a good person to compare this to when it comes to these particular guys at the correctional facility, and I'll tell you why. Puff Daddy was drugging and sexually assaulting women and men for what it looked like for 20 plus years. You know, there's no telling. I mean, these are really crazy different. I don't know. This is comparing apples to oranges to me. But you know, Puff Daddy also tried to fly out of the country. He actually did fly out of the country. That's why, you know, they are not letting him out of federal custody at the moment. So I think Stephen A. Smith might be missing that point there, Steve. But I mean, to his point, I get what he's saying, but I get what he's saying to his point. But Puff Daddy did flee the country. That's why he's not able to get bail at the moment.
We saw him get arrested. We saw him thrown in jail. He got to await trial in the spring. No problem there with the accusations that have been leveled against him, with the charges that the case that the government thinks they have against him. Cool, no problem. This ain't no civil case. That's a criminal case. I got it. Well, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I hear him on this. I hear you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is worse than what happened to George Floyd.
Yeah, I think so.
That's
too.
right. I said it.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, because there's no way in hell that should have happened. Derek Chauvin is a murderer. Those cops that sat back and did nothing were complicit, and all their asses should be in jail. And the loss of the breath of life is the loss of the breath of life. And it's painful, and I get it. Suffocating, calling for your mama, gasping for air. That's cruelty. I got it. But Robert Brooks was beaten to death while handcuffed. He wasn't just killed, he was tortured on camera. It was caught on video. Where are the arrests? I want names. I want faces. That the governor of New York is going to come out and says 13 correctional officers. I want to know all 13.
All right, guys. Hope you guys having a great day today. You watch it on air, Nick Driver podcast here on YouTube. Yeah, man, I understand Stephen A. Smith's frustration here, guys. You know, it's crazy. It's a really insane video to watch. You know, and a lot of people make the comments, oh, well, if people didn't live, you know, such violent lives like, you know, Robert Brooks did by doing what he did to his girlfriend, he would never have been there in the correctional facility, in prison. And that is accurate. However, the staff at these prisons can't go around deleting inmates. You know what I'm saying? Can't do that, guys. So I understand his frustration. You guys let me know in the comments what you guys think about Stephen A's him going off on the Stephen A. Smith show just earlier today. You know, to me, I really hate that this entire situation has happened when it comes to the Robert Brooks deleting of him. I know a lot of people have different viewpoints on this, and I try to take a more humanitarian stance to these types of situations. You know, I don't want to see anyone, you know, die. I don't want to see anyone, anything like this happen, you know, and, you know, it's tough. It's a tough thing to watch. And in my opinion, personally, yes, I think this particular situation is way worse than Rodney King. If you guys are familiar with the Rodney King situation, this happened in Los Angeles. And basically, you know, he was beat by LAPD, and, you know, but he was high on drugs and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, all right. And then with the George Floyd situation, you know, he was kind of out of his mind on drugs and stuff at the moment, which we know that from toxicology testing that happened during that was there during the actual trial. You know, with this particular guy, Robert Brooks, he was in custody being transferred from prison to prison, and he was beat to death, you know, by correctional officers, man. You know, it's crazy, man. But, you know, that's prison. And, you know, it's caught on tape for the world to see. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Take care. One love, man. Y'all be safe.